finished talking about him because he's unattractive. Let's talk about fat people. Oh, how about the gays? They're an easy target.
Yeah, you wanted $1 million and you show it. What you want, is it really that important? You've been on my mind.
Good Sunday morning, ladies. I have been up for a little while now. As you can see, I've already started laundry. I have chopped veggies. I've done quite a bit this morning. But where did we leave off? We left off yesterday. So yesterday I went to dinner with a group of women, and I have to come to the conclusion that I am not a large group gal. Yeah, I said that right. I don't do large groups well. And I say large group, but it was really 7 or 8 of us, I think. Yeah. And for me, that's still too many because as conversations are happening, it's hard for me to really give the talker my undivided. I can't because it is divided and other people are talking. So that's one. But I didn't take the camera. Let me just put this out there because I think I started it on one video and I never finished talking about it. But I have not told people that I have started a YouTube channel. Now, for real, like I've told 2 personal friends and a couple of co-workers. That's it. That's all. No more. And my daughter. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm going to tell my daughter. But that's it. Like I have a brother and sisters. Haven't said a word to them. I have multiple cousins, aunts. No one. I have not told anyone. It's just more so, honestly, for me to document my new life. Like I feel like I have this new lease on life, and I want to document it. I have heard of women who, I've known women. Let me just be really honest. I've known women who, when they go through a divorce or something, they feel like life is just shutting down. Like that marriage was their identity. And you've probably heard the women too. Like if I'm married to a guy named Bob, you never hear them say Bob. They're always saying, my husband is, my husband. And so that becomes their identity. And if, unfortunately, that marriage ends or something, they feel like they lose themselves. You know that meme that goes around, my man, my man, my man. It's kind of like that. But I don't know. I just kind of wanted to film that, hey, you know what? Life goes on. Not only does life go on, but honey, I got me a new lease on it. I'm out here. But anyway, so that's kind of why I started it, and also why I really just haven't even told people about it. If they find out about it organically, cool. But if not, then not, and I'm okay with that. So anyway, all of that, let me get back to the dinner. We go to the dinner. I'm sitting next to the lady who invited me, B. I'm just going to call her B. I'm sitting next to her, and on the other side is the friend of a friend. Like, I'm familiar with these other ladies. I've kind of seen them in other settings and stuff, but, do I have all their numbers? No. It's not that kind of party. And so the lady next to me, oh my gosh, we had such a slow server. So anyway, she got up, she goes over to the bar to order her drink, figuring that's going to be faster, and it was. And so when she comes back, she like, why that man over there trying to approach me? I mean, look at him and look at me. So I did. I looked at her. She's a nice looking woman. I look at him. He is what I would normally call a square. That's my door shutting from the air. But he is, he's conservatively dressed, neatly groomed. Not the best looking guy in the world, but, he wasn't jump scare ugly. And I'm a person who, if I meet a person and they're a good person, a kind person and all that stuff, looks do not have to be at the top of the list for me. They just aren't. You can't scare me. You know what I mean? I think that's fair. You can't scare me, but it doesn't have to be a thing where he's so good looking and so therefore he's deserving of a conversation. Like that's kind of how she sounds. Like he's not even good looking enough to talk with. In my life, what did I just do? In my life, I have dated good looking men. I have dated squares. I have dated not so squares. They might have had a record. Might have had an extensive record even, who knows. But, I've dated different walks of life, I'll say. But I think when you're looking, especially, she a grown woman. I mean, good and grown. 40 plus club, right? And you're still worried about looks? Like that is what you go to off rip? But anyway, when she said that, it felt kind of awkward or whatever. And I'm one of those people, I chuckle when I hear something awkward. So I kind of chuckled. And I think she misread that to be, ha ha ha, we can talk about them together or something. And it was not that. But you know what I said, what I ended up saying was nothing. And I think that's what bothered me. I just didn't, it was one of those situations where I kind of waited and I'm like, do I take the time to talk to her about this? Do I bother? Hey, what are we gonna do next? We finished talking about him because he's unattractive. Let's talk about fat people. Oh, how about the gays? They're an easy target. Let's talk about, like that's not who I am, sugar. But I weighed, do I go back and forth with this or possibly go back and forth with this with her? Do I upset the vibe of the table or whatever? And so I said, you know what? I'm just gonna take the L. I'm gonna remain quiet. Fortunately, there were several other ladies there, and I just started directing my attention more toward them, and that's who I had the conversation with. But it still bothered me. Like on the drive home, I thought about it. I get up this morning, still thinking about it, and then turn on Rochelle's video, and what is she talking about? She met a guy, I think she said at the mall, who told her that he was surprised at how nice she is because she's attractive. And I thought, why is this looks thing coming back up again? God, are you trying to tell me something? Is this something I need to know? Something. It just felt, I'm not a person who thinks something. I'm a person who overthinks something. And so that was just kind of off-putting for me. But anyway, watch that video. Shortly after her video, I chop up peppers. I'm doing other stuff that I'm doing around the house. And then Peyton's video comes on. When I tell you, it's the one where she is getting Kyron ready for prom. And it just took me back to when my daughter went to prom. As well as, it took me back, but at the same time, I got to watch it through Peyton and Kyron and see that experience again. When I tell you, I was sitting there crying. I could not stop. I do not know what it, and I'm not like that. I'm usually not a crier, but I was bawling. I'm looking at Peyton, and she's taking it like a G. And I'm like, she has no idea right now. She has no idea. Later in life, she's going to watch that footage. She's going to be so freaking happy that she has it. Oh, I wish I had something like that. But she's going to be so happy that she has that footage to go back and remember, because when they say kids grow right before your eyes, it is so true. It's like one day my daughter was getting ready to go to big girl school. The next day she was graduating high school. Now I do remember, I cried like a baby when she graduated high school, but it zooms by. It's so fast. And that's kind of what I'm thinking about now. Like, doing this YouTube stuff, is my granddaughter gonna get to see me one day? Remember me when? Because I tell you, we got, in my family, oh my goodness, we have got some illnesses. Like, if folks aren't being taken out by cancer, we've got Alzheimer's and all that in the family. So it's a big deal to me to document these moments and stuff. So I'm gonna stick with it and stick to it and all of that. That being said, I was thinking about my little closet that I showed yesterday. I was like, dang, most of this stuff came from Amazon. I'm thinking about doing an Amazon video. But what's the deal is of course I don't have a lot of subscribers and all that stuff, so I'm not an Amazon partner, I think it's called. And I don't know, y'all seen me before when I talk in the video. I'm kind of like, I want the money to go to someone, and I don't know how that works. Like, a lot of the stuff I just have it because I look for it, but then there are one or two items that I may have seen from someone else and gotten it from, I put that Mael biotin in my cart. I don't know. So, of course, I washed my hair yesterday with the Mael, and I did the shampoo, I did the conditioner. No, I'm lying. I didn't do the conditioner. I did the, what is that called? The hair mask. So I did the shampoo, the hair mask, and the leave-in. And I do not like the way my hair feels. But let me be fair to my L. So the way it went was, I think the mask directions are that you're supposed to leave it on. Let me scoot it back. I feel like I'm out of shot. But you're supposed to leave it on for about 15 to 20 minutes. I can't remember exactly. Well, I ended up putting a cap over it. I filmed the wig video, which was too bad to air. And, I just did a couple of things. So I ended up having it on for a couple of hours, way beyond that 15 minutes, right? Not only that, but I also typically, when I wash my hair, I set it and wear it, kind of curly a day or two, ponytails and buns, let's just tell the truth. And so I didn't do that either. So it's kind of like a perfect storm of things that I don't normally do. But that being said, I do process my hair. And if you've dyed your hair, then you know how it feels like when the shafts feel open or something. That's exactly how my hair feels right now. And even as I was running the flat iron through it, the flat iron felt like it was kind of hesitating. And so even as I'm trying to glide my hands, like I can hear it squeaking. I don't think that picks up on camera. But even as I'm gliding my hand or trying to glide my hand through it, I still feel hesitation on my hair. It's odd. But that being said, I'm going to wash my hair again. I'm going to try it again. And I want to give it a fair shot before I just, say, no, that's not for me. But if you know anything about the Mayel hairline, please let me know. But I'm looking at the clock because Chrissy, Inside a Nurse, is going live. So I'm kind of excited about that. I want to see it. She's a up and coming YouTuber. Honey, she is on the move. So big kudos to her. I'm cheering her. And I know she's going to watch it because she's so supportive. But I'm cheering her on and I want to go see that. So I'll get back with you guys later. I am often on my way to the store. One thing I dislike about trying to eat fresher foods and produce and all that stuff is it feels like I'm constantly having to go to the store, usually Aldi, for my little produce and stuff. But that's where we're off to. It's not been much longer. I've got myself dressed up out of the house, finished putting up all my laundry and stuff in my new chest of drawers. I still haven't even ordered my handles from Amazon, which is something I need to do. Speaking of Amazon, I was thinking yesterday when I was going through my closet, I was like, dang, I got a lot of stuff in the closet from Amazon, but I also have a lot of stuff throughout my house from Amazon. And I thought, oh, I should do an Amazon video. But I don't have an Amazon storefront. And I kind of wonder what's the protocol on that. Like, I've seen one or two things from um, real influencers who have said, oh, I got this. And I was like, let me see. And I tried it and liked it. So I've gotten some things from there. But most of the stuff I would say is what I've chosen in general. But my thoughts are if anyone buys anything that I show, I kind of want, I want somebody to get paid for it. I don't want it to just be, just as I don't have a storefront doesn't mean I want somebody getting paid for it. But I don't really know how that works. Because I can honestly say I don't see YouTubers saying this YouTuber specifically told me whatever. I have seen them saying they need to give each other more credit. So that kind of makes me feel like that's something you can do. But in a world to me where people are easily offended, like here's a prime example. When I kicked off this whole June hijinks, I was joking, and I know me, I know my heart, I know I'm not a mean or facetious person, but I know that through watching Peyton's videos, let me just reference it. I said something about, Peyton doing good videoing or good recordings and things like that. I wish I had left it at that, but I also said something in reference to a body part of hers, and I know from watching her vlogs that people have said negative things about her. Like, I'm not concerned that she's ever going to see this because, come on, you see the numbers. But I just know that if other people have made a point of being negative, I don't even want the possibility, you know what I mean, of what I said. You really just turned right in front of me. Wow. I don't want the possibility of what I said to be misconstrued or taken in a way at all by even other PayPals who may say something. Because if you notice, I said I got a notification. So clearly I'm subscribed. I watch her, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that someone won't pick up the ball and try to run offensively with it. So that being said, like I said before, I'm an overthinker. And so that I kind of thought about that and I was like, oh, I wish I could have maybe left that part off. I don't know, how things work with YouTube, the protocol, like even on this Amazon thing that I want to do. So it's kind of like, I don't know, but I definitely do want to do the video because I've gotten some cool little tricks and gadgets, and I think other people might be able to benefit from them as well. But anywho, I'm getting ready to pull up to the store. I don't know that you all need to see me do any shopping, nothing spectacular. I might do a quick show of what I've got when I get back. And other than that, honestly, I'm not doing a whole lot. This is just a chill day for me, but I still want to make sure that I'm sticking to what I said. It'll probably be a super quick video. I think yesterday's video was 10-ish minutes, but I still committed, didn't I? So I'm still proud of me for that. Speaking of proud of, I did watch Insider Nurse, and she was like, she had hit 1,000 subbies, she said, last week. And I really don't even pay attention to people's numbers or whatever, but I do pay attention to the comments. And I know she's always got something positive to say. She's helpful for no reason other than to be helpful. But anyway, in this live she did today, she mentioned that she's already up to like 1,800s. So congratulations again. That is no small feat. I'm glad, because at first she was like, "Oh, I wasn't going to celebrate it because it was a small accomplishment." But I'm glad she decided to celebrate it and share that celebration. So congratulations. Keep on going and growing, girl. Hey, I made it back from Aldi and Dollar Tree. Nothing adventurous there, and I wanted to come in, close out my daily vlog here because I need to go stop by, see my mom. She hasn't been doing all that great lately. She's not, extra sick, but she's here. I have her. A lot of people don't. I don't take that for granted, so I want to go check in on her. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's June hijinks. Hopefully I'll get out and about, do more, have a little bit more energy, won't be a soppy crying mess and all that junk. But anywho, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Take care.